Everyone tries to keep saying and telling me that EV sales are going down worldwide, but the facts don't support this at all. In fact, if you like headlines, well, you'll believe that narrative. But if you prefer facts, well, here are some actual facts. For one, EV sales have skyrocketed in China this year. China is the world's largest car market by a mile. 35% of all cars worldwide are sold in China. However, there are other countries as well where they have increased significantly. We've got Norway, Sweden, and another one you might not know about, which is France. EVs have grown by 45% year over year so far this year in France. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans, you're watching the Electric Viking. Great to see you guys supporting the EV revolution. And I just want to say, credit to you guys for your dedication to kind of being trailblazers, kind of getting the movement to continue to grow. In France, EVs, their market share took 24.3% in April of 2024 per Clean Technica, who say that full electric volume was up, as in fully electric cars grew by 45% year over year. The best-selling EV in France is the Peugeot E208, which is there's some good subsidies you can get on this vehicle, but it's the best-selling EV so far this year in France. Second place is the Tesla Model Y. EVs climbed in volume to 24,884 vehicles. That's growth of 45%. And this outperformed the overall market, which grew by only 11%. Much of the overall automotive group growth was likely due to the incidence of Easter holidays. As Clean Technica says, they gave the month of April 2 more automotive selling days in 2024 compared to 2023. But this doesn't actually mean much, does it? I mean, 45% growth in France is a pretty staggeringly good number. So far this year, EVs have grown volume by 28% compared to the same period last year. So the first 4 months of this year, EV sales are up 28%. EV sales in April up 45%. These numbers really fly in the face of the media narrative, which is that EV sales are going down. They're clearly not. For one, EV sales in the United States didn't go down this year. They're actually up by 2%. Sure, it's not that much, but considering EV sales are up by more than 150% for the first quarter of 2024 versus the first quarter of 2022, that's pretty good. Sure, they're not going to go up enormous numbers every single quarter. That's fair enough. But they didn't actually slow down. They increased by 2% in the US. They have increased by around 40% in China. They've increased by 45% in France. They got up in Norway, Sweden. I mean, we're talking most of the world's major automotive markets that I've just mentioned here. So this whole narrative from the media, it's really statistically incorrect. Now looking at the best-selling cars in France. So far, this year, the best-selling cars are the Peugeot E208 in first place with 11,000 customers. The Tesla Model Y in second place with 6,432 sales. In third was the Fiat 500e with 6,295. Next was the Renault Megane with 5,418. Pretty surprisingly good numbers for the Renault Megane. As you can see, the French really do like French cars. Renault Twingo is next with 5,000 deliveries, followed by the Peugeot E2008 with 4,766. Massive discounts in Australia right now on the Peugeot E2008. The Tesla Model 3 was next with 3,704, followed by the MG4, which is now being penalized actually because it's made in China. So is the Tesla Model 3. There are now actual tariffs on Chinese-made vehicles in France. MG4, 2,992 sales, followed by the BMW iX1, 2,784. The Citroen EC4 was next, followed by the Volvo EX30, which has just gone on sale. So hopefully we see higher EX30 sales, but I believe they are made in China, so it might not do so well. Opel Corsa E was next, followed by their Fiat 600e, Hyundai Kona, and the Jeep Avenger. By the way, the Jeep Avenger is an EV. Front-wheel drive though. So those were the best-selling cars so far for the first 4 months of this year. That data is actually from Max Holland, and the source is AAA Data, AVERE, and others put together. EV sales in France. You know what? Kudos to you guys in France. You guys are really helping drive the market. Can you guys approach the Sweden numbers, looking at more than 50% EV sales, or get towards Norway eventually? You will. It's going to happen. I mean, be patient. Even if your friends aren't buying them, they will eventually. EVs are just a better product. and they're going to continue to get better. New battery technology, new charging technology, new motor technology is improving them at a very fast pace every single year. You know what, guys? Let's try and combat these people telling these lies, these fake stories. On my group page today, the Electric Viking group on Facebook, someone said EV sales have gone down this year. Stop spreading this information. EV sales are bad this year. That's just completely fake. There's some muppet who's just going to read these headlines and just believe this, fossil fuel driven anti-EV narrative that the media have created. It's completely false. So let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.